I got a ton of packages to open, so I might as well get to it because I'm tired of having them sit around my room unopened. I've been saving them for a video, and let's open them. So let's see, I want to do this one first because it brings me into a game that I think would be perfect for the Intellivision Amico when it comes out, because I have pre-ordered it from GameStop and I do plan on purchasing it, of course, because I pre-ordered it. The money, I'm waiting on it, but anyways, this kind of goes into a game that I think they should look into possibly doing, because I think it would be very possible that they could do this one. I owned this game when I was a teenager, and I think I traded it into GameStop, and it just hit me a couple weeks ago, and it was like, you know, I really should get that game back. So, none other than Wild 9. Torture your enemies. It's just a side-scrolling game, you know, platformer. And back in the day, you know, those weren't very plentiful when it went to 3D systems. You know, I think it's pretty much a lot of the same team who worked on Earthworm Jim, so if Tommy Tallarico's out there, let's get this one, the sequel on the Intellivision Amico. Let me check it out. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Yeah, not bad. The classic PlayStation black disc. PlayStation 1. Whoever got this, they paid $4.99 for it. I paid a little bit more than that, but it was still a fair price. Yeah, I remember playing this game, and I really enjoyed it back in the day. I'd like to revisit it and see if I still enjoy it. But yeah, instructions is really good. It's kind of like a game that just wasn't really that well known back in the days. I remember reading about it in the game magazines. I think probably Game Informer I read about it, and just thought, hey, I'll give it a shot, and I really ended up liking it. It was a pretty good game. All right. Next up, I'm not even sure what this is. I kind of knew on that one that it would be that game, because the person I purchased it from, they were like, leave me some good feedback. And I was like, all right, I'll leave you good feedback when I open it, but I save everything for online. Okay, I know what this is now. This is a game that I've been playing recently. Oh, that's neat. They got a nice little sticker that says thank you. Well, you're welcome. Now I'm going to cut the sticker. Actually, I didn't. I went around it. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. That sticker was not meant to be cut. So, this is not the game. I have the game already. I should have explained that before I said I was playing it. I have the game already. It is in my 3DS that I purchased for, I think I gave $5 for this at the flea market. There was stickers all over it, Pokemon stickers. Those have since been removed. It's a little beat up, so I kind of use this as my carry-around system when I want to play a DS or 3DS game, but there is the cartridge. Here is the box. Instructions. Now it's complete. Does the heart good to know that I have a complete copy of the Phantom Hourglass. Very underrated game. Sure, you got to use the stylus, and you gotta get used to that. But if you get used to it, this is a groundbreaking Zelda title that everybody should check out. So I got this, and I recently purchased up Spirit Tracks, which is like the sequel to this or the follow up to this. I purchased it at a game store locally, and I thought, well, I need to finish this one off because I can't go on to the next one without beating this one. So I liked it back in the day, like when, well, it wasn't when it originally came out because I was like everybody else. I was like, I'm not playing a Zelda stylish game where you gotta sit there with the stylus for the 3D, this thing, the stylus. I'm not sitting there and doing that. So I didn't play it when it originally came out, but I tried it afterwards after some urging by my friend Scotty. He said, it's one of the better Zelda games, you need to play it. I took his advice, and he was right. I took his advice on Death Stranding. I'm not sure if he was right about that one. Sorry, Scotty. But, you know. Alright. Okay, I know what this is. This isn't going to be that exciting, but it needs to be opened. This is something for that right there. It is for the analog mini Noir NT, if that's how you say it. Got some cables, some RGB cables for it, because I do not have a way of playing RGB games on the Nintendo. So I figured I could just use the analog for that and not bother with the whole buying mods and everything else to do systems. We got some shave ads here. Who's this? HelloFresh. 10 free meals. Yum, yum. I didn't know that was in there. Okay. But anyways, that's not that exciting. Nothing to get all hopped up about. I know. This guy's like using some envelopes from before. He's like reusing some envelopes here. So I won't pull it out unless there's somebody's envelope left. Would be the Justifier for the Sega Genesis. I purchased one of these for the Super Nintendo. It's actually over here. I just got junk everywhere. So here is my Super one. And here is my Sega Genesis one. I discovered, though, when I had the Super Nintendo one, there's only one game for it, and that's Lethal Enforcers for the Super NES. This one has a lot of games for it. Lethal Enforcers, which I do believe there is a copy in here. Empty bag. I guess the game was in there. Maybe they just didn't seal it very well. Lethal Enforcers. I probably already have a copy of this, but I wanted the gun. I do not have the gun until now. I thought there was instructions. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He gave me instructions, too, which I don't have instructions. That was within the auction as well. So if I ever get the box for it, I'll already have the instructions. excellent. Lethal Enforcer gun, the Justifier. I'm kind of a fan because it has Konami written right on it. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, I think. And this one does say the Justifier, where the Super Nintendo does not. On the barrel, it says the Justifier. I wonder why Nintendo nixed that. They did for some reason. Alrighty. I don't... Yeah, I know what this is. Another game, because I went back and I've started playing some of the Castlevania games that I have skipped. And this was one I really wasn't looking forward to playing when it came out, because I wasn't too impressed with the previous title. But anyways, let me get it open. And that is Lord of Shadows 2. I have 2 copies of this for the PlayStation 3 sealed. But the collector part of me was like, why would you open it? And the good thing about this one being on the 360, because I beat the original on the PlayStation 3, but the good thing about this being on the 360, the Xbox One X, or Xbox Series X, is compatible, backwards compatible, so I can play this on the Xbox Series X, and I don't have to drag out an Xbox 360. Well, that disc looks pretty good shape. I thought there was 2 discs to this one. I think is there? No, guess not. No. What's this code for? Gear up. We got some Konami gear. That's a new one to me. I've never seen that before. I imagine they're probably still not selling that. This is stuck on the sticker, the other part, the don't have a seizure part, whatever that is, the warning. Okay. I have forgotten what this one is. This might not be neat at all. It may be just junk. I don't know. Well, I don't think I would just buy junk. Oh, yeah. Okay. Nintendo reward points that you get when you're purchasing games. I got me some Pikmin 3 coasters. Why not? So that was $5 for shipping and the points that I used on it. So Pikmin's a good game. I've only played the original though. I really should go back and play 2 and 3. And since, you know, 3's on the Switch now, I'd have to find a copy of 2. It was on GameCube, wasn't it? Is this? That's not a coaster. That's just an ad. Okay. Here's one of the coasters. Well, 2 of the coasters, actually. There's that one. Here's that one. That's the cover of 3. That one's nice. He's chilling on the mushroom there. And here they are running for their lives. Because this thing will eat them. What was his name? Orloff or Oxford? Or what was his name? Something with an O. O something. I don't know if that's the same one, though. He may be a new guy for the game. But, neato. They really don't feel like quality coasters. I don't think these would last you very long if you actually did use them. But I'm not planning on using them. Keep these pristine. Because one of these days, someone's going to come along and they're going to be like, you got Pikmin 3 coasters. I'll give you $1 million for them. No, probably not. Okay. We got my buddies in Japan. They're back. Where I started ordering from them again. Because I haven't ordered from them in a while. J4U. So I got some games from them. They tape these boxes like crazy. They are not stingy on the tape in Japan. There we go. All right, first up, let's see. I want to save that one for last. I don't want to show that one just yet. See, I go on their website and I find games that are kind of cheap, and I'll just buy them no matter what they are. Like if they're just $1, I'll just buy them to add them to the collection, because it's like, I just think in my head, the collector kicks in and goes, do you want a $2 or do you want this game? I say, I want this game for the PC engine, and that is Maniac Pro Wrestling. It's super cheap. I think it was only $2, not even kidding. And it could be like a text game, because I kind of got burned on that once before. I bought like a game that I was like, I have to own this game. It was called like Monsters Wrestling or something. I put it in and it's a Japanese text game, and it's like, I can't play this. But that happens. But once again, would I rather just have this sitting around or $2? I'd rather have this sitting around. I value the items. Got Space Invaders for the PC engine. This was pretty cheap too. Had to have a copy of it. Why not? I'd rather have it. So there's 2 new editions. This was kind of cheap too. I didn't think it would be so like cheap in a way, but I went ahead and bought it since it was available. Let's see, get it open. And I'm not typically a guy who collects for this system, because it's so hard to even find stuff for this system. But I went ahead and bought this. This is Darkstalkers in the U.S. They're calling it Vampire Hunter in Japan. Which there was a Vampire Hunter for MSX2 that I have, which is basically a Castlevania game. But I mean, look, this has the spine card, the disc. I don't think I paid. I think I paid like $12 for it. I thought that's a good deal. I mean, this is in pretty pristine shape. Why not? I mean, it does have a crack on the front, but complete. Why not? Okay. This one was cheaper as well. And I do not have a copy of it, but it's one of my favorite Castlevania games on the Game Boy. And that's the second one, Belmont's Revenge. But I said, get me a copy. And I do think, because I love that art on the front of it, I do think I want to try to get a complete copy one of these days. But for now, I'll settle for the cart until the right one comes along and I'll buy it. Alright, last package. I may have to do a video on this on its own. I know what this is. Oh wow, they put it in a nice box too. Look at this. Yeah. This is the packaging that it's in. I thought they were going to send me like an actual box. I mean, this is an actual box. It's just a box. That's the problem. It's not like, it doesn't have the advertisements on it. Okay, it's unsealed now. Oh. Okay. I take it back. There's the box. There's the box. I know I've opened one of these before, but this is the wireless edition. So this is the Retro Fighters Brawler 64, the 64 controller. And I like these wireless controllers because sometimes I just don't have enough room and I don't want to be right up on my television playing games. So you can also set your system on top of the TV and there's no wire to get in the way of the picture. I'm real bad about that. I don't like the picture to be obstructed at all. That's one of my pet peeves. So I went with the gray because I have like jungle green. I have two jungle greens. I should have went with a different color on the jungle green. I still haven't opened that controller. And I just thought, I do like the classic gray look. Kind of strikes a chord with me. It's like, look at it. I mean, that looks just like the 64 gray controllers. Well, I mean, not the same design, but like the color of the plastic. I mean, that gray's dead on. Ooh, feels good. Like it. I'll have to maybe do a review on it, but here's the dongle. Plug it in and your memory card goes here. So there's this box, whoops, the box. They gave you a USB cord to plug it in and charge it, and here's a little instruction booklet. So anyways, I have a huge mess now, but my mail is opened, and I'm happy about that. So anyways, looking forward to trying this guy out, that's for sure. Does it feel any different than the other one? I'll save that for the video because I don't want to have to dig it out at the moment. But anyways, thanks for watching. Be good to one another. I don't know. I was just thinking of something silly to say. But keep your noses clean. Stay out of trouble. That kind of deal. I'll see you around.